Hi there. Welcome back. I'm Ben. I'm excited to start our first podcast episode that is specifically made for you to learn English, whether you're a beginner or want to improve your English.
Exactly. Thanks for having me, Ben.
Thank you for being here. How are you today, Claire?
I'm doing great, Ben. It's been a productive day so far. How about you?
I'm feeling fantastic. I'm especially excited about today's topic. I think we're in for a really engaging conversation.
Absolutely. Today, we're diving into something that impacts every one of us, our daily routines. It's the rhythm that keeps our lives moving forward.
Exactly. From the moment we wake up to when we fall asleep, we follow habits that shape our day. But Claire, what does a typical day look like for different people?
That's a great question. Daily routines can vary depending on someone's lifestyle, but they're built around the small things we consistently do. Throughout today's episode, we'll be sharing our routines, from how we start the morning to how we wind down in the evening.
That's right. And as we go along, we'll also discuss how having a routine can help you feel more balanced and in control. It's all about discovering what works best for you.
Exactly. But before we jump into that, I'd like to introduce our vocabulary expert, Nathan. After each segment, he'll break down key words and phrases to help you better understand the language. Nathan, we're excited to have you with us today.
Thanks, Claire. I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to helping our listeners get a better grasp of the vocabulary as we go along.
Wonderful. Let's start with the morning routine. As a student, my mornings are pretty structured. I usually wake up around 7 a.m., and before getting out of bed, I take a moment to stretch and breathe. It's a gentle way to start my day, making me feel more alert. Then I head to the bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face. It's such a refreshing start.
That sounds nice. I wake up a bit earlier, around 6:30 a.m., because I have to start work early. The first thing I do is drink a glass of water to hydrate, and like you, I brush my teeth and wash my face. It really sets the tone for the day.
Exactly. Hydrating first thing in the morning is such a good habit. After that, I have a light breakfast, maybe oatmeal or toast. Just something simple to get my energy up before classes.
Breakfast is essential for me, too. I usually go for eggs with toast, or sometimes mix it up with a smoothie. After breakfast, I take a few minutes to check my emails and review my to-do list to know what's ahead for the day.
Right, I do the same. I check my class schedule and make sure I'm ready for the day. It's always nice to feel organized before diving into things.
Absolutely. Having a calm, organized start to the day makes a huge difference.
Now, to help our listeners dive deeper into the vocabulary we've just used, let's turn it over to Nathan. Nathan, could you walk us through some of the key terms from our morning routines?
Absolutely, Ben. Let's take a closer look at some key vocabulary from your conversation. Stretch. To extend your body or limbs to loosen your muscles, like Ben does to start his day. Hydrate. To give your body water. Claire starts her day by drinking a glass of water to hydrate. Light breakfast. A small, simple meal in the morning like oatmeal or toast, which Ben prefers to get his energy up for the day. To-do list. A list of tasks you plan to complete. Claire reviews her to-do list every morning to stay organized. Those are some useful terms from your morning routine. Back to you, Ben.
Thanks, Nathan. I think understanding these terms in context really helps our listeners absorb them better.
Absolutely. Now that we've covered the morning, it's a great time to move on to the afternoon routine. Shall we, Ben?
Sounds about right, Claire. Afternoons are when I'm most focused. I usually have classes or study sessions, and I try to take it one step at a time. If it's a long session, I make sure to take short breaks to stretch and move around. It helps keep my mind fresh.
That's a smart approach. My afternoons are usually the busiest part of my day with meetings or project work. But like you, I take breaks, even if they're just a few minutes. Stepping away from the desk to stretch or grab a snack helps me recharge.
Exactly. Breaks are so important, even if they're brief. After lunch, I regroup and prepare for the second half of the day. I usually go for something light like a salad or sandwich for lunch. I don't like to eat anything too heavy, as it can make me feel sluggish.
I agree. Lunch is around noon for me, and I make sure to step away from work completely. I usually go for something like a quinoa salad with veggies or a turkey sandwich. Keeping it healthy helps me avoid that mid-afternoon energy slump.
Yep, that sounds great. After lunch, I tackle my bigger assignments while I still have energy. It feels good to get those important tasks done before the day winds down.
Same here. After lunch, I focus on key projects that need my attention and try to get them done while I'm still productive. All right, Nathan, could you take us through the vocabulary from our afternoon routines?
Certainly, Claire. Let's break down some of the key terms. Focused. Giving your full attention to something, like how Ben stays focused during his study sessions. Recharge. To regain energy, which Claire does by taking short breaks throughout the day. Regroup. Taking a moment to organize your thoughts and prepare for the next part of the day. Sluggish. Feeling slow and lacking energy, which can happen after a heavy lunch, but both Ben and Claire avoid that by eating light. Energy slump. A dip in energy, usually in the afternoon after lunch. Claire mentioned avoiding it by having a healthy lunch. Those are the key words for the afternoon. Let's move on to the evening routine. Back to you, Ben.
Fantastic. Thanks, Nathan. That was really helpful. It's amazing how just a few key words can make things clearer.
Exactly. I love how practical these terms are. You can use them every day. All right, let's wind things down by talking about our evening routines.
Right. My favorite routine. Evenings are when I like to unwind after a busy day of classes. After dinner, I usually take a short walk or do some light stretching to de-stress. It's a peaceful way to end the day.
I totally relate. After work, I make time to relax too, whether it's listening to music or going for a walk. Dinner is usually around 7 p.m. for me, and I keep it simple but satisfying. I enjoy grilled salmon with veggies or a stir-fry with rice.
That sounds delicious. My dinner is usually something quick and easy like pasta with veggies or a rice bowl. After dinner, I always brush my teeth and wash my face. It's a small part of my routine, but it helps me feel refreshed and ready for bed.
Oh, definitely. Brushing my teeth and washing my face feels like hitting the reset button after a long day. It's a simple way to shift into relaxation mode. After that, I usually wind down with a book or a cup of herbal tea before bed.
Uh-huh. That sounds really calming. I also avoid screens before bed, preferring to spend time reading or listening to music. I aim to be in bed around 10 p.m. to be well rested for the next day.
Same here. I stick to a consistent bedtime, around 10:30 p.m., and it's amazing how much better I feel when I get a full night's sleep.
All right, Nathan. One last time, could you walk us through the vocabulary from our evening routine?
Absolutely, Ben. Let's go over the key phrases from your evening routines. Unwind. To relax and let go of stress, which both Ben and Claire do after a busy day. Reset button. A metaphor for starting fresh, which Claire mentioned when talking about brushing her teeth and washing her face. Wind down. Similar to unwind. It means gradually slowing down and preparing for sleep. Herbal tea. A caffeine-free tea that helps you relax, like what Claire drinks before bed. And that wraps up the vocabulary for today. Back to you, Ben and Claire.
Thank you so much, Nathan, for walking us through those key words and phrases. It really helps to understand the language and context.
Absolutely. It makes it easier to remember when we see how vocabulary fits into daily life. So, we've shared our daily routines, from morning to evening, and highlighted the importance of creating balance throughout the day.
Exactly. Whether you're working, studying, or just trying to organize your day better, having a routine that works for you is key to staying organized and feeling in control.
And remember, it's not just about staying productive. It's also about taking those moments to relax, recharge, and care for yourself.
Well, that's all for today's episode. We hope this conversation gave you some helpful insights and tips for your own routine, and of course, to improve your English skills as well.
A big thank you to Nathan for breaking down the vocabulary today. We really appreciate it.
Okay, well, that's it for now. Thanks for joining us. Keep building those healthy habits. And if you think we should continue presenting English through this podcast style, please leave a comment down below.
That's true. We'll keep trying to provide you with valuable sources to improve your English learning. Take care and have a balanced, productive day ahead. And we'll see you in the next episode.